guys, welcome to another Vlogmas. Finally, Trieu and I took a long break. We were basically ill when we came back from, where did we go? When we came from Aspen, we were like super jet lagged, and so we missed a couple of uploads, and then we got ill, and I feel like there's a virus going around. Like everyone around us is very ill, and we kind of caught the bug. So we were just in bed sleeping. Like we slept so much, which was very much needed, but obviously meant that we couldn't do Vlogmas, so sorry about that. I feel like that happened last year as well. Like we got ill, I think we got COVID last year, and we couldn't do Vlogmas. I feel like this time of year anyways, there's viruses around, so we've taken a long break, but we're back for the last week of Vlogmas. I think we've got a week until Christmas, so we will hopefully be vlogging every day until then. I kind of just spent this morning like showing you how I kind of reset, coming back to life after being a sloth and being ill for so long. Just did my skincare, made myself one of my favourite breakfasts. You guys will know if you saw my Sunday reset routine like a couple of months back. I did one and it's literally the same breakfast. That's like my comfort breakfast, especially after being ill. It's like I've got my appetite back. It's nice to eat something that I really enjoy. So I've done my makeup because we are gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're going for dinner later with True's family, but I don't know what we're doing for this time being. But I'm gonna straighten my hair, and I thought I would do like a chatty, I'll straighten my hair and talk to you guys and give you an update. Yeah, so I thought that whilst I straighten my hair, we could just catch up a little bit, because obviously it has been a while. I think one of the reasons that I was like not too stressed about missing Vlogmas is because I feel like this year, I'm not sure that Vlogmas is something that you guys actually want to see. Like obviously you guys watching probably do, but the views have been really low on this year's Vlogmas compared to last year and compared to our other videos. And obviously like for YouTube we go by like based on the views of how well a video is doing and if it's something that the audience want to see, and like the views have been really low on Vlogmas. So I feel like maybe this year people aren't that much interested in like our Vlogmas or us doing Vlogmas. So I think maybe next year we'll probably just stick to doing like a weekly Vlogmas, because vlogging daily is like a lot of effort, and like having to edit and get it up, and then if it's also something that like people don't want to see on my channel, I don't want to bombard people with like lots of videos that obviously aren't getting seen. So yeah, I think probably from next year I'll probably just do a weekly Vlogmas. I don't actually really have much to update you on. I'm trying to think, because obviously I haven't really been doing anything. Also I haven't left the house, but tomorrow we'll be vlogging. We're gonna go do some Christmas shopping, so we're gonna go to like Selfridges. I'm going to Cezanne, maybe Harrods, just going to do some like Christmas shopping, and I think it'll be nice to get out of the house. So we'll do like a come shopping with me vlog. I'm just doing like a rough hair straightening situation. We're also going to be staying at a hotel because I need to film a campaign, and I want to film at this specific hotel. Like I have a vision in mind, so we've booked a hotel for tomorrow. So after shopping I'm basically giving you like a synopsis of tomorrow's vlog. I feel like we're like at the end of the year, like you know when you kind of already clock out mentally, end of the year, like we're just done. I feel like we're just done. We're just tired. It's been a great year, but like I feel like I'm ready to just have a break. Although like obviously when I was ill that was kind of like a break, which was nice actually. Not nice being ill, but nice to have a break. This year also doesn't feel like Christmas. Like we didn't get a Christmas tree this year. I think because me and True were travelling, and then we were just like, oh we can't. We came back and then we're like, what's the point? We're not even going to be like home because we were out a lot, and then we just had at the time, then we got ill, and now it's like it's Christmas next week. Also it snowed. Well, it snowed a word. It snowed a word. It snowed. It is a word, isn't it? It snowed. It snowed last week, and we haven't had snow in London for like ages, like proper snow. That was really fun. My hair's grown really long. I feel like I need to get trim again. But I'm going to end it here. I'm going to finish off at straightening my hair, and then I'll catch in with you guys if I actually have no idea what we're doing until we go for dinner. So guys, we decided to get a bubble tea and do a Q&A to fill up this Vlogmas. I did say me and True would do a Q&A, so I thought this was the perfect time to do it because we had no idea what to do to fill in the gap. So we can't do a Q&A without bubble tea. I feel like this time last year we did something similar. But with Nando's, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I also think we've done a Q&A like with bubble tea before. P4 is my favourite bubble tea place. This is what I got. I got the lychee royal tea with no sugar, coconut jelly and pearls. Well, I have the taro boba milk tea with pearls, warm. I don't know how you can have that cold drink. Because you can't get the fruit teas warm. And I didn't want something milky, but that is really nice. It's like a dessert. Yeah. Oh no, I spilled all over my Delicious. My one tastes a bit like pineapple. What's yours?
Tastes like milk.
Not sweet.
No, it's like sweet milk. Well, that's a lot of questions. To do like a
we won't answer them all.
Quick fire.
No, because none of these are quick fire.
Okay. Try to keep it brief.
Okay, one of the most popular ones was how did we meet?
It was like a nerdy thing.
Yeah, so basically it was this after school thing that you do in like each borough. It's like a parliamentary thing. And we were both part of that. And
for young people, parliament.
It's like parliament for young people. So like you go after school, you have these meetings, you do debating. Like it's very nerdy. And that's where I first met Trieu. And I was just like, hi, like just wanted to be his friend. Literally didn't even fancy him. And then we just became like friends. We would speak all the time. We would Facebook Messenger all the time. And then we were friends for about a year. And I started liking him. But he was. I
think you started liking me way at the beginning.
No, like after a couple of months of talking to you, yeah, I did
Whereas
start to like him.
I was busy with my studies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I had a crush on Trieu after a couple of months, but like I didn't intend, like when I became friends with you, yeah, like I never intended, like I just wanted to be his friend. Like I was friends with everyone, but then we just started speaking a lot, and then yeah, I got a crush on him. We were friends for a year. We would go out like on dates with just us two, and I was always, every date we went on, I had to wait for him to ask me to be his girlfriend, and he wouldn't. And then a year later he did. So next year is our 10-year anniversary.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
10 years.
Okay, second one is, when is the wedding? So we want to have a destination wedding, and there was no way we were going to have one for next summer 2023 because everywhere is booked up. And even if it wasn't, I would probably not want to do 23 anyway, because I haven't even started planning now. Like we've been so busy. Like we got engaged just before like the busiest quarter of our career, so I wouldn't have time to plan a wedding. But I did briefly speak to like one wedding planner, and she was like, if you want a wedding in 2023 you need to book it now, and I obviously wasn't going to do that. So yeah, the plan is to get married in the summer of 2024. That is the plan. Gives us enough time to plan
World War III
and enjoy our engagement. Yeah, like we want to enjoy our engagement. Like we're young, we're not in a rush to get married, we just want to take our time. So that is the plan. What is the key to your relationship since you are together, work for 24 hours? And there's other questions similar to that, kind of like how do you guys work and also stay in a relationship?
I think for me it's like a lot of the times, yeah, we spend work together. There's also times we're physically together, but we're doing our own separate things.
Yeah.
So I'm editing, or Nuri's like doing her own research,
yeah,
online shopping or whatever. And that, I think that gives it time to, like, for things, say if we had an argument at work,
yeah,
for things to cool off. And then especially me, when I'm angry and I'm editing like something fun, a fun time that we had in the vlog, I'm like, okay, I shouldn't be angry. Like we actually have a good life. Yeah. So that's like, I think that's what gets me over the line.
Okay, for me personally, I think one key thing about a relationship and what allows us to work together and be together is that we balance each other. So we're quite opposites in our like personalities. Trieu's very patient, I'm not patient. We have very different personalities, and I feel like that balances each other out. Oh, what's been our fave project this year so far?
There's so many. They're all my favourite. I feel like
you can't really pick one.
For me, it's like when we try new things, innovative ways of filming. Well, my favourite project personally was the proposal. That took a lot of planning. Execution was on, that was work.
What?
Well, for me,
yeah,
that was a lot of effort.
What other languages can you both speak? So, Trieu, you got your own drink there, yeah? You asked me why.
Mine is just milk now.
Sipping away on mine. What language can you both speak? I unfortunately can only speak English.
I speak Vietnamese.
Who is taller? Trieu is taller.
I'm taller.
Yeah, so many questions about how we balance content and the relationship. I think we didn't really answer that very well.
I think it's because we work well together.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing. Like, it's hard to answer because we don't do something actively to make it work.
Yeah.
It just works. I think that's the reason we've been able to do it. If it didn't work, we wouldn't probably been as successful in what we're doing and been able to do it for as long as we've been doing it. It literally just does work. I think you just have to find the right person and be able to work with them.
Yeah, I think for us, like you said, it's definitely our polar opposite personalities.
We balance each other very well. How big is your team?
3.
Me, Trieu, and our assistant. Do you still want to get into machine learning, Trieu?
No.
Should we talk a bit about that? Because I think a lot of people weren't clear that you quit.
So I already have a master's in aerospace engineering, and then I think it was like a quiet summer, relatively quiet summer for us.
When we just quit our jobs.
When we just became full-time, and I was like, yep, have a little bit of free time. So let's apply for a master's in machine learning. So I did that, but then I think during October, November, that's when Q4 starts and we're starting to get busy with our content creation life.
Yeah.
As well as deadlines for university. And those two clashed, and I was like, I can't mentally.
You didn't actually have much time.
No, mentally I was able to handle it, but physically I did not have time to get stuff done for both. So I had to sacrifice university because, one, I already have a degree, and two, the content creation is making money. So I got to sacrifice what was least useful at that time, and that was the degree, because I didn't need it.
Yeah, you didn't need it. You
just did it out of boredom.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you don't want to do content creation anymore, you still have your degree, your master's. Having another master's was just fun. I have a degree in biology, and I would never think about doing another degree, because once I finished my degree, I was like, that's it, I'm done with education. Another question was basically about how the house is always quiet, because people are confused about like when we're vlogging and like, why is the house always quiet? Because I live with my mum and my sisters.
Not quiet.
It's not quiet. We just vlog when it is quiet, because we're not going to vlog when there's chaos. Also, I wanted to point out that when we vlog, it's during the weekdays mostly, and my sisters are at school, my mum is at work, and my other sister, she works, she's my assistant. I have one sister who's my assistant, and my other sister is either out or she's in her room. Like, there's not much noise to be made when there's adults only. But yeah, my house isn't very quiet. It's quite loud, but I obviously don't pick up the camera when it is loud, and we vlog during the day mostly when everyone's at work and school. So yeah. And then another question was, does Trieu live with you? I did mention this before, so I'm gonna give you a little backstory, so because I feel like some people find it very strange and very weird, but Trieu has been coming to my house since the age of 15. Like, since he was a 15-year-old boy, he has been coming to my house. We used to study every week together. Chemistry. Yeah, we used to revise chemistry. Yeah. So my mum, my parents, everyone like met him along with my other friends, because he was just my friend. They would see him every week, and then sometimes in the summer he would come and stay. Like, he would sleep in the living room, like he would stay. So it's a very normal, like, he literally has known the twins since they were babies, so they've grown up knowing him. So it's a very normal like thing for him to be at my house. During lockdown, sometimes he would stay, sometimes he would go. And then we started doing content creation, started doing vlogging. I started my YouTube channel. It blew up, and I was like wanting to be consistent with it. And Trieu was obviously the one editing and filming for me. We used his old crusty camera we'd bought years before. So we were working from the get-go. Like, Trieu was always working. We were working together from the start. And this is whilst like we were still doing our full-time job. Yeah. And then lockdown happened. We were in lockdown doing this, but then it got really strict where you were not allowed to leave your house and go to anyone's house. It was against the law basically if you were visiting other people's house. So we were like, okay, damn, we need to do something, because obviously I'm building a career here now. Like, we were getting campaigns, but you're not allowed to come to my house to film or edit. We made the decision that Trieu should just come and stay, because my house was where we were filming. That's where like the aesthetics were, like my setup, my bedroom, everything. And then he just stayed, and then it's just been like this. Like, obviously lockdown got lifted, but then we just stayed with the same setup. And we do want to move. We are moving. I mentioned in our gift guide, yeah, we're moving next year, early next year, which is very exciting. We'll be moving in after our engagement party. We're having our engagement party, which is like celebrating our engagement and things like that. Yeah, but we will be moving in next year. But yeah, like, I think people are quite surprised, like, oh my god, you live with your mum and sisters. My house is very big. We have 4 floors in my house, including the basement. It's a 4-floor house. We have lots of rooms. So it's my mum and then my 4 sisters, the twins. But like, there's just a lot of room. You can go a day without seeing anyone. Yeah, and this leads on to the next question. So like you said, you can go a day without seeing anyone. Sometimes my mum will literally call me and be like, oh, I haven't seen you all week, and we live in the same house because we're always out, and then she'll be out and the sisters will be out. But yeah, so Trieu lives with me because that was just kind of how it fell into place, and that was the setup, and then it kind of stayed that way because obviously now this is our full-time job. We left our jobs and it just made sense. Otherwise he would just be going home and then coming back here like every day, which is a bit pointless. But yeah, we're moving next year. Then this led to the next question. Someone asked, do you spend as much time with Trieu's family as you do with your family? And this was what led on from your question, because although I live at home, I actually don't spend much quality time with my family, which is quite sad. Like, and I realized the other day, like, I would like to improve on that. But we are working 90% of the time, so we're either out or we're at home vlogging, filming. I'm filming my office. Sometimes I hear my sisters come from school and they'll come outside the door and be like, are you filming? And I'll say yeah, and they'll be like, oh, like they'll be annoyed because they want to spend time with me, but I'll be in the middle of filming. And then when I'm done filming, I'll come out, they would have had dinner and gone to bed. And like same with my mum, like how I said sometimes we don't see her. So like, as even though I live with my family, there's not actually much quality time spent with them, which I'm trying to improve on. So when we do spend time with Trieu's family, but that is more like intentional time. So like, for example, we're going for dinner today, we'll go to his house for dinner. And I think if you actually think about it, we actually probably spend more quality time with your family because it's actually like intentional, like we're going for the purpose of me like doing something, eating and spending time with them. Whereas I think it's very easy like when living at home, because I just think they're my family around me, oh yeah, it's quality, like you're with them, but I'm not really.
I agree, yeah, what you said was true. We are mostly always busy, so family time is like at the back of our minds. And
traveling, we travel a lot.
We travel a lot as well. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so
hopefully next year will be better.
Yeah, we want to improve, like, yeah,
if we schedule work properly, then we should be able to have time.
I think also us moving will make it like, we'll make more effort to have quality time with my family as well.
Yeah,
because
so they're not just like, oh yeah, they're downstairs.
Because they're just downstairs, yeah. Because I would just maybe briefly see my sisters, but then sometimes I'll be in bed and I'll be like, oh, I actually miss them because I don't actually spend time with them. So yeah, and then also the reason you might not feel like we spend quality time with Trieu's family is because we don't vlog it. Every time we go, like I'll vlog the food, but we're not going to vlog his family because that's not obviously something they're comfortable with. Even with my family, I don't really vlog them that much. Like you might see them in the background or birthday vlogs. But yeah, when we go to Trieu's, sometimes we go to Trieu's house, I'm not vlogging. Like we're not vlogging on those days or whatever. But yeah, we do spend time with his family. Also, your parents are very busy. They have their own business. They work 6 days a week. So the only time we can see them is the one day that they're off. Yeah,
that's the thing with social media. You only see like, say 20% of our lives.
Yeah.
The rest is like, we don't show. Because we don't want to. Because
it's true.
It becomes your life.
That's a good point you made. Like, I don't even think 20%. Like, if you think about, if you do like a 20-minute vlog, 25-minute vlog, out of a whole 24-hour day, you have only seen snippets and things that we've chosen to show you. And I think a lot of people like to assume things and come up with assumptions based on obviously what they see, which is fair because it's all obviously only what they see. But you have to remember you're only seeing a very, very small amount of our lives. A lot of our lives, a lot of things that we do, we don't actually vlog. What's Trieu's job?
I deal with all of the technical stuff to do with cameras, editing, filming stuff, lighting, also sorting out our finances, speaking with financial advisors and all that stuff, sorting out all of the business side of things, and also maintaining Nuri's life.
Maintaining my life. He's my PA. No, he is basically the technical man. He does all the editing, he's got all the camera gear. Can you talk through your camera gear? People want to know what lenses we use for the pictures. We've gone through a journey with our camera. Yeah. But what are you currently using now? Right now,
the body I have is the Canon R3. And then the lens I have is a 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 Canon lens. Yeah.
And we'll link it down below.
And that's like my main camera.
And what are we vlogging on? It's the Mark III.
So this is the Canon G7X Mark III, which is the one we're vlogging with.
I also wanted to point out that that we'll link all the equipment that we use down below, but the equipment that we use currently is very expensive, and it shouldn't put you off content creation if that's what you're thinking about, because we've only got to this level now after a couple of years of working and making enough money. But when we started out with a camera that Trieu had bought a couple of years ago, and it's just by luck we had that. If we didn't, we would have just used our iPhones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to say, if you're starting out, your iPhone is honestly just as good quality. Like, don't let expensive camera equipment put you off from starting or doing something. That's just something that you eventually work towards. For us now, it's an investment in our business to spend that much money on camera equipment. It is expensive, but we can afford to do that because we've brought in enough work. So
yeah, because this is my third camera. And the first one I bought was during university with the little cash I had, and it was like £500 for camera and lens, and that's what started our career a few years down the line.
Yeah.
But honestly, like at the beginning, we took most of our pictures with iPhone anyway.
Yeah, right now, like,
sorry
iPhone.
if you have Samsung, because
sorry, Samsung users.
no,
But yeah,
Android.
Yeah, because like iPhone is really good. So I feel like if you have an iPhone, you don't really need much else. You can always invest in the camera later on. I do think it is important to have good quality content, but that's not something you initially need to like have the best camera to start with. How did you start content creation in YouTube? Started it in lockdown just over 2 years ago now. Made a YouTube first, and one of the videos I did a Zara haul that got really big. The rest is history. Like literally just kept posting videos and it kept getting views. I feel very fortunate. You guys haven't changed from the beginning to now working with famous brands. How do you keep it real?
I think a lot of people on social media don't know we're actually human. Like we're just normal people.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I feel like I'm not any different to how I was before.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
As much as our life changes, I feel like we still know who we are.
Yeah.
And we are very grateful people. Like almost every single night, Trieu and I speak about how grateful we are for what we have, like for our life. And I also remember like everything, I'm a true believer in everything you have can be taken away the next day. Like I feel like you should just always be grateful and always remain humble, because everything in this life isn't guaranteed. Yeah, I honestly I'm just so grateful. Like every day I'm just like, oh my god, how is this our life? Like I'm so grateful for the life that we live, for what we have. I feel very fortunate. And like you said, like we're human. Like I think people, when you're on social media, people see you as like, oh, you're famous and you're something else, and like they put you up on another level.
Yeah. But
we are just the same people that we are when we started 2 years ago, and we're literally the same. Like I just feel like, yeah, I don't know how else to answer that.
That's it.
Yeah, we just feel like the same people. Okay, we're gonna have to end the Q&A here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A, and we're gonna go home now and then go to dinner with your family.
Yeah.
Okay, see you in a bit, guys.
Bye.